MushDevelopment.com. We are here at the Eastern USA with the defending 202 Showdown champion, Kevin English. Now, let's just change that now for you guys out here. This is the defending 202 Mr. Olympia in the house in New York.
Hey, what's up, baby? What's going on?
Good. Now, I know you look at this monster here. I don't know if you can see the dimensions here, but this is a big man. I mean, this is out to Olympia. How much you weigh now?
Low 230s.
230s. He looks like he's ready right now. If you saw him up there tonight, you see this in the video. This guy's in great shape. 230.
Thank you.
What do you do to suck down to that 202? I know you have a lot of problems. You know, your past wrestling experience, like myself. We know how to lose weight, but how do you do it without losing that thickness that you have?
I think everything comes back to wrestling. Wrestling built a great foundation.
Hey, by the way, we could come up with a pretty good wrestling team here in Team MD. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, that's all right, man. Wrestling definitely built a great foundation for me, and there's little tricks of the trades, and also with wrestling, everything is always about mental mindset. Having a strong mind, and that wills you to do anything within the sport, and I just transfer that over to bodybuilding. So we have a program that we do prior to getting ready for any competition. We set goals for ourselves, and then from that point, I just go through it, man. Go through the grind, wherever it takes.
Now tell us a little bit. I've heard, I've talked to Michael Camp, his system there. You've done a few things differently this year, correct?
Yeah, we did a lot of things differently. After every show we do, we always assess on what we need to work on from that point. And everything's a team effort. So I go back to Bev and Steve. I go to Hani, my nutritionist. I go to Mike, who's my trainer, and we devise a good game plan. And what can I say? Mike is absolutely phenomenal. He's by far, in my opinion, the best trainer there is out there.
Not only that, he's got pretty good hands there. You get a little itchy here, a little tweak there. Yeah. You got him on staff.
Without a doubt, I'm blessed to have him as my physical therapist as well, along as being my best friends. But as far as the training goes, he'll assess me every competition and say, okay, you know what, Kevin, we need to work on A, B, and C. And what's good about Mike is we do a lot of things that are kind of outside the realm of bodybuilding. So, we'll do things with for example, benching with chains on each side. We'll do things with a lot of bands. This totally different, different things that you don't see in ordinary bodybuilding. And I think these different things that we do, I'm acquiring different muscle fibers and working different muscles, and it just helps on stage.
That is true. I mean, years ago, I think I've told this story. I've worked with this trainer in my gym. I used to see him every day, and he always has all these housewives in there standing on one foot on a ball and all that crap. He's like, let me put you through a workout. I'm like, I'm not doing that workout. So one day I was in there was no one in the gym. He got me in there. I was sore for a week, just changing it up, So that's good. Yeah, you're open-minded.
Without a doubt, at first I wasn't open-minded to it, but I said, you know what? Just let me give it a shot, and thank God I did. And if you look at the pictures going back from 2008 when I first started working with Mike to right now, you see a drastic change. Perfect example is when I first made my comeback in 2008, I did the 202 in the Open New York Pro. I was 191 pounds.
And standing next to the big man, Kai Green, that night, holding your own.
Which I came in second in that show, but I was 191 pounds. Now I'm just barely making 202 at the weigh-ins. And time I hit the stage, I'm between 215 and 217. So it's just a huge difference. And that's all thanks to Mike Camp.
Well, that's working. Obviously, it's working for the two-time Mr. Olympia, Kevin English. So the crowd loves you here tonight. This is your home crowd. Welcome back. Congratulations once again on behalf of Muscular Development, myself. We're all big fans. So what do you got for next year? Just the Olympia, or what is it?
Right now, I just want to take, it's only 2 weeks after Olympia, so I just want to take roughly 6 to 8 weeks just to kind of get back into the groove of things with my nutrition, get back into the groove of things with training. I haven't missed a beat. Right after the Olympia was done Sunday, I was right back in the gym training again. But now, this week is going to be, hard grind and pound, back to it, and then
you stop going back to. I'm sorry, you stop going back, getting up to that 280 again, right? You're staying pretty lean in the off season now.
Yeah, there'll definitely be no more 280. Even if I decide to compete in the Open.
280 pounds, this little guy, not little.
It's just too much on my physique, And so, if I want to continue to compete in the 202, I'll keep my weight roughly around 245. 250 tops. If I decide to do the Open, it'll probably be a Revy Lean 260.
That's good. Well, that's paying off. It's going to be a tough man to beat. So we'll look, see what happens this year for you. See if we maybe jump into one of those open shows, maybe New York Pro. Who knows, right?
Well, not the New York Pro, because I'll be getting married around that time. But we'll see what happens, throughout the year.
Okay. Congratulations, Kevin, once again.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Two-time Mr. Olympia, Kevin English, MuskeHelmet.com.